Kangxin's sect is getting destroyed by a four-eyed demon. Sect leader Zhang Bao arrives and he tells his sect members to run away while he takes care of this demon. Zhang Bao uses all of his ki to fight against the demon. He is determined to finish off this four-eyed demon even at the cost of his own life. The demon makes a huge roar and all of Zhang Bao's energy dissipates into the air. Zhang Bao gets enveloped by the demon energy, which results in his death. After some time, Zhang Bao got reincarnated inside an empty armor. He needs to return to his sect to settle the score with that four-eyed demon. He tries to use a powerful teleportation technique, but he has insufficient ki left in his body, and without ki, he is unable to use any skills from his previous life. He looks at his surroundings and there seems to be an ongoing war. Human knights are fighting against some armors with cursed energy. The humans are demotivated, so Princess Whale comes up to them and reminds them of the third rule of knighthood, which says that they should never give up. She tells them they have no other choice and they have to defeat these cursed armors, which are mindlessly killing every living being. They can only eradicate these cursed armors by obtaining a legendary sword called Excalibur. With that said, both armies start rushing toward each other. Meanwhile, Zhang Bao brushes it off as a mere war between different factions. He's thinking of ways to replenish his ki. Soon he realizes that the sword Princess Whale is using can be a magical weapon because he can feel faint source of ki flowing through it. Magic weapons are naturally able to gather ki, and possessing a magical weapon can accelerate the absorption of ki. After some time, the knights manage to defeat the current wave of cursed armors. Soon, Zhang Bao appears behind the princess and he tries to take the sword from her. A bulky knight runs toward them and he punches Zhang Bao with all of his might. They are both thinking of him as just a mere mannerless knight. Zhang Bao picks up his helmet, which was dropped after he received the punch. Princess Whale and the knights become shocked after watching it, and the army surrounds him. They are mistaking him for a cursed armor because he is empty from inside. The bulky knight attacks him with his massive weapon, but Zhang Bao manages to easily dodge it. Princess Whale goes for a straight strike, and she manages to land a hit on him, which sends him flying away. The cursed armor reinforcements arrive at the same time and they start battling against each other. Both the bulky knight and Princess Whale are quite good at fighting the cursed armors as a pair. Even their soldiers are amazed after watching them fight. A cursed armor tries to attack the princess. She manages to dodge the attack, but she gets separated from the bulky knight in the process. There are too many cursed armors and she is almost out of stamina. A cursed armor tries to attack her, which sends her sword flying away near Zhang Bao. Zhang Bao picks it up and he can feel a small amount of ki flowing through it. This magical weapon is similar to the ones from his world, and he starts testing it out on the cursed armors. The humans become confused after watching an empty armor fight against the other cursed armors. Zhang Bao is cutting other armors just like grass. He manages to defeat all cursed armors with just a single slash attack filled with ki. Princess Whale is confused, but Zhang Bao tells her to not worry and he just wants her magical sword. He starts channeling all of the ki of the sword in order to use a powerful teleportation technique, but the sword ki is insufficient and it breaks down into pieces. Zhang Bao asks them if they have more magical swords like this. At this point, Princess Whale becomes sure that this armor is not in cahoots with other cursed armors and she asks for his name. He tells her his name is Zhang Bao and he just needs magical weapons similar to his sword. Princess Whale asks him to form an alliance with her. She further elaborates that they are advancing toward a castle nearby, and according to the legends, that castle contains a legendary sword called Excalibur, which can end the cursed armor's calamity. Zhang Bao agrees and they start moving toward the castle. Their path gets blocked by cursed armors, which are guarding the castle entrance, and Zhang Bao easily defeats them using his broken sword. Zhang Bao asks them about the origin of the Excalibur. Princess Whale tells him that it is a treasure that appeared before thousands of believers on the holy day, and there is a rumor that only those people who are chosen can wield it. They reach a room with Excalibur and there are a lot of dead bodies of people who previously tried to wield the sword. Zhang Bao can feel a large amount of ki flowing through the Excalibur, and he is sure that it is a high-level magic weapon. Princess Whale and her knights are also amazed after watching the legendary Excalibur with their eyes. Princess Whale knows she will end up like these corpses if she fails to wield it. She grabs the Excalibur, but it starts absorbing her life force, which is making her weaker. Excalibur is about to completely absorb her life force, but Zhang Bao throws her away. He tries to pull out the Excalibur, and it turns out people from this world have no knowledge about ki, that's why they were not able to control it. While Zhang Bao is pulling out the sword, more cursed armors surround the knights, and they start battling it out. A big cursed grizzly bear armor appears and it starts wreaking havoc. Zhang Bao is worried about them, but he can't do anything at the moment because it takes a lot of time to control a high-level magic weapon like Excalibur. But Zhang Bao is the strongest key practitioner from his world, and he manages to pull it out. Princess Whale is about to be attacked by the Grizzly Armor, but Zhang Bao appears there in an instant, and he manages to block the attack of Grizzly Armor. Excalibur can easily absorb the key from its surroundings and the cursed armors. Zhang Bao starts channeling the key into his body. Cursed Bear tries to attack him, but Zhang Bao gets behind him in an instant. He reconstructs the flow of ki to make a powerful sword attack, and he manages to slash the cursed Grizzly Bear armor in just one powerful strike. The cursed bear starts burning as he falls down to the ground. Both Princess Whale and Bulky Knight are amazed after witnessing the power of Excalibur. Zhang Bao thinks he has gathered enough ki to teleport back to his world, so he tries to use the teleportation technique, but it turns out his ki is still insufficient. Zhang Bao heads outside to pummel more cursed armor so he can absorb their ki. Princess Whale is impressed by his skill, and she is thinking maybe Zhang Bao is their new king who will save them from this cursed armor calamity. Zhang Bao starts wreaking havoc in the midst of the cursed army. Suddenly, he hears a voice which says he has obtained a knight, and he needs to approve something. On the other side, Princess Whale army is trying their best to defend against the hordes of cursed armors. They lose all of their hope after getting surrounded by grisly cursed armors. Meanwhile, Zhang Bao finally responds to the voice of the Excalibur, and he approves the knights. All cursed armors which were previously defeated by Zhang Bao start getting revived, and their ki has also changed color to yellow. Both cursed armies start clashing against each other. Princess Whale is a bit confused about the ongoing events, but she becomes relieved after watching Zhang Bao commanding them. It turns out Zhang Bao can absorb the ki of every single cursed armor he defeats with Excalibur. Plus, he can also resurrect them to fight for him. This reminds Princess Whale about the King of Knights, whose stories she heard from her mentor when she was a child. He further tells her a King of Knights can emit the most dazzling brilliance on the battlefield. Such a hero who can use Excalibur to split the skies is worthy enough to be the King of Knights. Princess was a kid back then, so she mistakes the strongest person as the king, but her mentor corrects her by saying there are many other qualities a real king should have. Meanwhile, the situation outside the castle has completely changed as Zhang Bao is getting rid of the cursed armors with his new army. Princess's army also become motivated and they start fighting the cursed army. Zhang Bao has gathered enough ki for a powerful attack. He uses a powerful technique called of lightning to shower to the cursed army with bolts of lightning. The whole cursed army gets wiped out with the help of that lightning attack. Princess Whale can see a brilliance of light emitting from Zhang Bao, and the sky above him is also split, which confirms that Zhang Bao is the King of Knights. The human army becomes filled with joy and they start celebrating their victory. Zhang Bao tries to use the teleportation technique again, but the sword calls his name, and his consciousness gets sucked by the sword. He wakes up in his real body inside the inner realm of Excalibur. The conscience of the sword tells him that this is the Camelot Hall. The spirit of Excalibur appears before him in the human form, and she introduces herself as Vivian. She considers Zhang Bao as her master because he can wield her. Zhang Bao has met many magical weapon spirits in his previous life, but this is the first time he's meeting a human-shaped spirit, and he never heard of this big of an inner realm inside a magical weapon. Zhang Bao asks Vivian as to why she brought him inside the inner realm of Excalibur. Vivian informs him that this is the only place where they can communicate freely, and she shows a small candle to him. She tells him that this flame indicates how much ki Zhang Bao has, and if he wants to use the teleportation technique, this flame must light up the whole Camelot Hall. Zhang Bao had no idea about it because he had never used the teleportation technique before. Vivian starts massaging Zhang Bao to relieve his stress. Zhang Bao tells her that he has no other choice but to beat more cursed armors in order to lit the Camelot Hall. Vivian tells him that he will be able to defeat the four-eyed demon with Excalibur as well. She further elaborates that a demon possessing four evil eyes is the one who started this cursed armor calamity in this world. Zhang Bao becomes shocked, and he's wondering if this four-eyed demon is related to the one he was trying to destroy in his previous world. Zhang Bao becomes more pissed, and he asks Vivian to send him back to his armor body. As Vivian is teleporting him back, she tells him that she will always be by his side until he becomes a king. Meanwhile, in the outside world, both humans and cursed armors are bowing down to Zhang Bao. Princess Whale begs him to become their king and get rid of the cursed armor calamity. Zhang Bao is a bit hesitant to become the king, and he tells them that he was teleported here from another world. Zhang Bao is curious about the origin of the cursed armors, and Princess Whale starts explaining that 10 years ago, something strange appeared in the sky. After that, monsters started appearing and they killed every living being on sight. They were given cursed armor name because they looked as if they were cursed. They destroyed many nations, and the survivors reported that the one commanding the cursed armors is a colossal four-eyed demon. That's the only information they have available on this topic. Princess Whale's original plan was to obtain the Excalibur and head south to King's Stone to replenish their troops, and continue south toward the heart of this calamity. King's Stone was one of the nations destroyed by the cursed armors, so Zhang Bao decides to head there with Princess Whale's army in order to turn those cursed armors into his key. Princess Whale thanks him and refers to him as her king. With that said, they start heading toward the King's Stone. Princess Whale troops are a bit scared because they are not used to cooperating with the cursed armors. Meanwhile, Zhang Bao is focused on cultivating ki from his surroundings. Zhang Bao's consciousness gets transported to the Camelot again, and he seems to be carrying Vivian. The cursed armors are also present there, and they add up to the key required to light the Camelot Hall. According to the cultivation level from his previous world, he is barely on the beginner level. Vivian transforms him back because someone is looking for him. Princess Whale brought food for him, but he can't eat it because he has no human body. He tells her he can fill his human needs by just consuming ki. Zhang Bao reaches King's Stone with his troops after defeating some cursed armors. Zhang Bao is curious about some big statues, and Princess Whale tells him that those are the statues of the 11 greatest kings of this land. They once gathered in this place to determine who is the strongest among them, but after the calamity, they have never heard any news about them. Zhang Bao finds some survivors, but they seem to be scared of something. A cursed armor tries to sneak attack Zhang Bao from behind, but he manages to dodge it. Zhang Bao manages to strike the helmet of this cursed armor, but there is a human inside of it. Princess Whale recognizes him as King Roth. It turns out it was all a big misunderstanding, and King Roth mistook Zhang Bao as a cursed armor. Princess Whale informs Zhang Bao that King Roth is the most influential out of all 11 kings, and he is the monarch of King's Stone. The knights in Princess' army are amazed after watching King Roth in person, because he is quite famous for defeating hundreds of foes by himself. Princess Whale asks King Roth to accompany them so they can find the other kings and end the cursed armor calamity. King Roth tells her that 11 kings had already formed an alliance, but they were decimated by the cursed armor army. King Roth becomes enraged and he tells the princess that cursed armor calamity is nothing they can stop by themselves. Even the princess becomes afraid after hearing it straight from the mouth of one of the strongest kings. King Roth further tells her the strongest kings in the entire continent perished under the onslaught of the cursed armor, and there is no one left who can defeat the cursed army. He is the only knight left in King's Stone. Princess Whale becomes disheartened after hearing it. King Roth tells them that there are still survivors left in King's Stone, and they must evacuate them. King Roth plans to annihilate all cursed armors within King's Stone. Everyone thinks that King Roth was a better candidate for Excalibur than Zhang Bao. King Roth tells them to evacuate all survivors to a church, which is the last safe haven left for humans in King's Stone. Some survivors start acting weird after seeing the church, and King Roth tells them that maybe they are afraid because Zhang Bao, who looked like a cursed armor, is accompanying them. King Roth is pissed at Zhang Bao for some unknown reason. He tells Zhang Bao that he will kill him the moment he shows any signs of hostility, and Zhang Bao replies that he will also beat King Roth's ass if he tries anything funny. Zhang Bao starts clearing their path by killing all the cursed armors on there. Princess Whale army still trusts Zhang Bao as their true king. Zhang Bao tells them that he does not hate King Roth because he's doing everything for his country. Zhang Bao gets rid of more cursed armors, but suddenly a strange-looking cursed armor appears behind him. He attacks Zhang Bao, but he manages to dodge it. This cursed armor is looking stronger than the previous cursed armors. They both start clashing swords, and Zhang Bao manages to pierce him with Excalibur. The cursed armor starts crumbling, and a human appears from inside. Zhang Bao tells others about it, and King Roth tells them that it must be a possessive cursed armor. Cursed armors are basically empty in their normal state, but when they find a suitable living body, they possess him. They become more stronger by absorbing the life energy of the person they possessed. The person who came out of the cursed armor Zhang Bao defeated had died after his life force was depleted. Finally, they arrive at the church, and King Roth tells them that they have an abundant amount of food and water supply inside the church. But after getting inside the church, they see all human survivors are already dead, and there are cursed armors present inside. King Roth becomes devastated after witnessing it. The cursed armors try to go for King Roth, but they are stopped by Zhang Bao. King Roth still gets surrounded by cursed armors, and he becomes enraged. On the other hand, Zhang Bao is easily defeating the possessive cursed armors, and the humans trapped inside them are being freed. Princess Whale tries to help a survivor of possessive armor, but he tells them to run away because King Roth is not the same after he led them inside the church. He became just like those cursed armors, and they started slaughtering the civilians indiscriminately. Princess Whale becomes shocked after hearing it. Now she knows why survivors became afraid after they watched the church. In the meanwhile, King Roth becomes completely possessed by his cursed armor, and his power level also amplifies. King Roth performs a slash attack on Zhang Bao, but he manages to dodge it. Both King Roth and Zhang Bao get ready to engage in a head-on battle. King Roth leaps toward Zhang Bao, but he manages to block his attack. King Roth is enveloped in a defensive ki, and Zhang Bao's attacks are not working on him. Zhang Bao envelops Excalibur in ki to counter King Roth. He does a frontal attack on King Roth which has almost no effect, but he's determined to free King Roth from his cursed armor. King Roth does another frontal attack. This time both Zhang Bao and King Roth armor breaks down into parts, but Zhang Bao reattached himself using his ki. Zhang Bao performs a lightning fall technique on King Roth, and King Roth falls down to the ground. Excalibur starts absorbing King Roth's ki as well as some fragments of his memory. It turns out after the 11 kings' combined army was defeated by the four-eyed demon, King Roth abandoned his post and he returned to King's Stone to protect his people. King Roth became more enraged after his army was defeated inside the King's Stone by cursed armors. He was unconsciously possessed by cursed armor in the process, which made him see normal humans as cursed armors. King Roth was then corrupted by the evil ki of that possessive armor, and he started killing his own people. Zhang Bao feels pity for King Roth because he just wanted to protect his people, but the cursed armor made him do evil things. King Roth tells everyone to run because there is someone powerful coming to that place. Suddenly, they see a cursed energy up in the sky. The ray of energy crashes near them in King's Stone, and a knight appears out of it. Princess Whale tells them he is one of the 11 kings just like King Roth. He was known as King by Ki. Zhang Bao informs them that he is also possessed just like King Roth. Zhang Bao and his army became prepared to face him. King Bai Ki uses a technique to summon cursed armors, but Zhang Bao shields his men with his sword. King Bai Ki tells him to hand over Excalibur, or he will kill everyone present there. Zhang Bao tells him to piss off because they are his loyal subjects, and he will not let anyone touch them. This time, Zhang Bao summons the King Roth's armor to fight against King Bai Ki. Both King Roth armor and Zhang Bao start heading toward King Bai Ki in unison, but King Bai Ki also summons more cursed armors to aid him in battle. It turns out King Roth has regained his consciousness inside his new armor, and he thanks Zhang Bao for it. Both of them start facing the cursed army together. King Bai Ki informs King Roth that he will not get away like last time when he abandoned them and returned to King's Stone. It turns out after King Roth left the 11 kings' army, most of the kings came in contact with the four-eyed demon, and they surrendered to him. After receiving power from four-eyed demon, King Bai Ki turned all of his subordinates into a part of his power. Zhang Bao is fighting against King Bai Ki for a long time, but Excalibur can't seem to absorb any of his ki to weaken him. On the contrary, every blow Zhang Bao is taking is depleting his own ki, and his army is also getting pushed back by King Bai Ki's cursed armors. Zhang Bao realizes that according to his previous world, he is on 4th level of ki cultivation stage, while King Bai Ki is on 9th level. King Bai Ki tells Zhang Bao to surrender as he thinks he is not worthy of Excalibur. He gets attacked from behind by Princess Whale, and she tells him that he is the one who is not worthy of wielding the Excalibur. King Bai Ki tells her to see the reality of the situation as King Ulan's, King Kalades, and King Nantes appear behind her. Bulky Knight rescues the princess, and King Bai Ki tells them that excluding King Roth, other kings have received blessings from the four-eyed demon. Zhang Bao gets surrounded by all 4 of them, and he has no ki left, so he uses his ultimate technique to run away from them. He used the same technique on all of his subjects to increase their speed, and they start retreating from the battlefield. The 4 kings start destroying the city because they can just retrieve Excalibur from the rubble. The entrance to the city is about to be blocked by the falling structure, but King Roth holds up the rubble so everyone else can escape. He tells them to leave without him because he cannot run away from his sins, and he finally acknowledges Zhang Bao as his king. He is sure that Zhang Bao is the one who will save this world by ending the cursed armor calamity. Princess Whale becomes sad as they run away from the city. The 4 kings caught King Roth, but he seems to be happy because he finally met the strongest king of them all. After hearing it, all 4 kings finish off King Roth with their swords. Zhang Bao's army managed to get away from the city, and they decided to head over to the abandoned Carrion City, which is the home of Princess Whale. After they are done with King Roth, King Bai Ki asks King Ulan to find Zhang Bao's current location. King Ulan flexes his body and he can only determine their general location because their ki is too weak. All kings start heading toward Zhang Bao's location, and King Bai Ki asks King Ulan's to stop flexing his body. Meanwhile, on the outskirts of King's Stone, Zhang Bao's body shattered all of a sudden. Princess Whale is worried, so she orders her soldiers to reassemble the broken parts of Zhang Bao's armor. Zhang Bao's consciousness went inside Excalibur after meditating. Vivian is crying, so he asks her what happened. Vivian informs him that she is quite sad after his master's first defeat. Zhang Bao says that he only lost because he underestimated his enemies. He has become quite weak after his last fight because he used up all of the ki of his sealed knights. But Vivian informs Zhang Bao that his ki container has changed shape from a candle after his last fight with King Bai Ki. Zhang Bao touches the new container and he can feel a lot of powerful ki flowing through him. Soon he realizes that this ki container is same as cultivation levels from his previous life, and he is now on 7th stage of ki cultivation. Once Zhang Bao gathered enough ki, he can rise up to stage 8 of ki cultivation, and then he can easily take care of King Bai Ki. Zhang Bao is now able to use a secret Kang Shin sect alchemy technique. He can now control the ki better and produce pills with miraculous effects. Some of these pills can even accelerate the speed of his ki cultivation. He just needs some materials for the pills, so Vivian sends him back to the real world. Zhang Bao wakes up in his real body and his armor has been patched with designed bandages. Princess Whale tells him that they patched him because his body was broken down, but Zhang Bao is more interested in the drawings on the bandages. Princess Whale tells him that these were drawn by Sir Carl. Zhang Bao was thinking that the bulky knight must have a rough-looking face, but he is quite young. Zhang Bao asks them why they stopped, and Sir Carl answers by saying that unlike him, they are humans and they need to rest from time to time. Sir Carl tells them that he will prepare some food for them because they are exhausted. He pulls out a lot of food ingredients from his armor. After the food is prepared, everyone starts eating and all of them think Sir Carl's cooking is the best. Zhang Bao absorbs the ki of the food and he realizes that there are some ingredients in it which he needs for the pills. Zhang Bao grabs the ingredient box and he starts working on the pills. After he's done, he shows the pills to the others, but they are reeking with something. Zhang Bao starts explaining the benefits of absorbing these pills, but others are not that much impressed. Princess Whale tells him that these balls look like sheep's poop. Zhang Bao tells her that maybe she is right, and there are some missing ingredients which she needs for the pills. Princess Whale informs him that this flower is called Black Tulip, but after the Cursed Armor invasion, they started to dry out. Her hometown was the birthplace of the first knight, and black tulips are considered a sign of chivalry, so there can still be some black tulips there. The first knight was called Lancelot, and he was the strongest knight of her kingdom. Zhang Bao tells them that they have rested enough, and it is now time to depart for Carrion City. On the Brit continent, there are other kings besides the 11 main kings, and Princess Whale father King Lyoud was one of them. He was quite popular among his subjects. He had one of the biggest human cities on the continent called Carrion City, but now they can't even see any remnants of Carrion City. The state of Zhang Bao is not looking good because he is almost out of ki. He needs to find the first knight and black tulips as fast as he can. Finally, they arrive at the Carrion City and it is just a pile of rubble now. Zhang Bao asks her why the first knight didn't protect the city when it was being destroyed. Princess Whale informs him that the first knight was called Lancelot, and he died in a battle against the Cursed Armor Calamity. Lancelot was the teacher of Princess Whale, and he taught her the greatest honor of a knight is sacrificing himself, and in the end, Lancelot sacrificed himself for the country. Zhang Bao sees some black tulips among the debris, but their color has changed to white, and he goes for them. Those white tulips were actually cursed armors which looked like flowers. Zhang Bao can still feel the presence of black tulips inside them. Zhang Bao sucks in the half-completed pills he made before. Zhang Bao easily defeats the cursed flowers, but he's under the side effects of the half-completed pills. After some time, they find more suspicious-looking iron flower buds. Some new type of cursed armors start appearing out of the iron buds. The cursed armors surround them from all sides. Zhang Bao easily defeats them, but he is acting like a drunkard. After some time, Princess Whale spots the symbol of King Clarence among the rubble. King Clarence was one of the 11 kings. He was very ruthless and ambitious. He wanted to conquer every land on the Brit continent. He was like a monster, and he used to eat the knights who disobeyed him. Judging from what King Bai Ki said, all 11 kings were possessed by cursed armors, and King Clarence must not be an exception. Soon, a more tough-looking cursed armor appears out of a flower bud. Zhang Bao can easily tell that it's a high-ranked cursed armor filled with a lot of ki, and he rushes toward him. The cursed armor whacks Zhang Bao with his sword. This cursed armor can use some knight techniques as well, but Zhang Bao manages to dodge most of his attacks. Finally, the cursed armor tries to go for Princess Whale. The cursed armor comes to a stop near her, but she's surrounded from both sides now. The cursed knight uses his body to protect Princess Whale from other cursed armors, which shocks everyone. Zhang Bao can feel that this cursed armor is trying to suppress the evil ki within him. Soon, his outer layer shatters and a crimson red knight appears out of it. Princess Whale army can easily tell at first glance that this red knight is Lancelot. Princess Whale becomes a bit shocked and her sword drops out of her hand. Lancelot also recognizes Princess Whale, which means his consciousness is back. After some time, Zhang Bao wakes up in Sir Carl's knee. Princess Whale is currently helping out Lancelot to get back. Lancelot is acting a bit weird and he is uttering words like honor and sacrifice. Zhang Bao can still feel some evil ki coming out of Lancelot and he thinks this evil ki belongs to King Clarence. Lancelot is repeating same words because most of his memories are being suppressed by the evil ki. Lancelot is quite important to Princess Whale because he was the one who taught her everything she knows about. All of a sudden, Lancelot takes a hold of Excalibur and he tells others that the way Zhang Bao fought looked unknightly. Lancelot tells Zhang Bao that he has not even an ounce of sense of honor within him. Zhang Bao has no sense or honor nor sacrifice, so he starts preparing to attack Lancelot to absorb his ki. But Lancelot easily suppresses the Excalibur and Zhang Bao can't absorb any of his ki. Zhang Bao can't do anything against Lancelot and he feels quite insignificant in front of him. Plus, he's going to starve to death if he can't get enough ki in time. Finally, Zhang Bao faints due to exhaustion. Princess Whale informs Lancelot that Zhang Bao is their new king and he needs black tulips to regain his strength. But Lancelot is not willing to recognize him as his king. Princess Whale further elaborates that Zhang Bao is the wielder of Excalibur and he is quite worthy to be their king. Sir Carl spots some black tulips growing right behind the cursed armor buds, but soon they realize that those black tulips are growing on the bodies of the cursed armors and they start running away from them. The human army splits into two units. First unit chases the cursed armors while the other one protects Zhang Bao. Princess Whale can also feel that Lancelot is looking a bit unstable, just like what Zhang Bao told them before. Finally, Lancelot manages to defeat cursed armors and he obtains some black tulips. Suddenly, all the rubble around them starts merging together with cursed energy. Before anything worse can pop out, Princess Whale rushes towards Zhang Bao with black tulips. She has no idea how Zhang Bao can take advantage of these flowers, so she simply decorates him with black tulips. It seems effective because Zhang Bao is using his ki to refine the flowers into pills. All the piled up rubble starts raising from the ground. The final form of the cursed rubble collection looks like King Clarence. King Clarence was an enemy of Princess Whale's father and he always wanted to destroy his city, and now he accomplished his task after becoming a cursed armor. Princess Whale and Lancelot need to buy time for Zhang Bao to recover, so they start fending off King Clarence. 8 years ago, Carrion City was bustling with life. All of the townspeople loved Lancelot for his prowess and his loyalty to the king. Inside the training ground, Lancelot is busy selecting those who are worthy of being a knight. A young 9-year-old Princess Whale along with Sir Carl make their appearance in the training ground. She asks Lancelot to train her so she can become an amazing knight in the future. The king has only one heir and others don't think of her as a good leader because she's a female. She wants to prove that she is worthy enough to be their ruler. One of her maid comes to stop her, but Princess Whale informs her that she already got the permission from her father. Since the king has no objection, Lancelot accepts her as the disciple and asks her to come to the training ground the next day. Through the years, she goes through a lot of training to become a knight, but even after 3 years, she cannot match up to Lancelot. Lancelot tells her that if she wants to become a true knight, she has to remember the knight's spirit, which is sacrifice, bravery, and honesty. During nighttime, Princess Han starts hurting from all the training and her cat comes up to her to comfort her. The next day, Sir Carl, who is 15 years old now, informs Lancelot that the princess went out for hunting training yesterday and she got separated from her group. Inside the forest, the princess and her cat is being chased by an ominous-looking knight. Princess Whale tries to talk to the knight while she is running, but the knight is not responding to her questions. The knight is about to attack her, but the cat intervenes and gets pushed back. Knight is about to go for the princess once again, but Lancelot appears right in front of them and he slashes the knight with his sword. Lancelot turns around to talk to the princess, but suddenly, the knight manages to pull an attack on him from behind. Lancelot manages to push him back again, but he was sure he attacked his vitals last time. A lot of blood starts coming out of the place where the knight attacked him. The next day, inside the castle infirmary, Princess Whale is crying because she thinks Lancelot and her kitty got hurt because of her fault. Lancelot tells her that it's not her fault and sacrificing his life for others is the responsibility of a knight. Lancelot tries to cheer her up by saying that she needs to work hard so she can become a princess which can make her father proud. The princess tells him that she will always remember his sacrifice and she will work harder from now on. As time passed, the princess became more obsessed with her training and she had not even enough time to play around with her beloved cat. After a few days, a war broke out and the Imperial Knights start clearing out the intruders. The princess tries to help the chief of knights, but Lancelot informs her to leave him be because they don't have enough time to save him and he sacrificed his life for the greater good of others. If they fall here, his sacrifice will be in vain. The princess moves ahead, leaving the dying chief behind. Finally, they manage to clear the current wave of invaders, but the attack on Carrion City have increased in the past 2 years. Lancelot informs the princess that she did the right thing by leaving the chief behind, and one day, he will sacrifice his life for his country as well. While they are talking, a soldier comes up to them and he informs them that the Carrion City has been infiltrated by an unknown force. After they arrive, a survivor Duke appears out of the rubble and Princess Whale asks him who did this. The Duke informs them that they were attacked by some strange-looking troops which have been attacking other countries as well. Princess Whale rushes inside the castle, but it's still burning. She reaches a room where her father has been stabbed by many swords which belong to cursed armors. The cursed armors try to attack the princess. They are about to hit her, but Lancelot saves her in the nick of time. As they are about to get out, their exit gets blocked by rubble and the cursed armors. Lancelot tries to stop them, but there are too many of them. Sir Carl makes a hole from the outside and he asks the princess to escape through that hole. The princess makes her way out as Lancelot is holding the cursed armors back, but there are too many cursed armors inside and escape is not possible, so Lancelot stays behind to hold them back. The princess asks him to come back, but Lancelot tells her that she needs to lead her people out of here, and if these armors make it outside, the survivors will be dead. Lancelot is quite happy because he is about to receive the greatest form of honor by sacrificing his life for the country. Princess is not running away, so Lancelot breaks off her path and he tells her to continue moving forward. The princess starts crying at the loss of her knight. Sir Carl and the Duke tells her that she is now their leader and they are awaiting her command. The princess gets up and she orders them to lead the survivors outside the city and they will continue moving forward. In the present, Princess Whale is feeling quite good after fighting alongside Lancelot after a long period of time. All they need to do is hold back the cursed armors until Zhang Bao recovers. King Baiki and others arrive at Carrion City location. King Baiki tells the other kings to get ready because they are going to again fight the wielder of Excalibur. Princess Whale is feeling a bit relieved after fighting along with Lancelot again, and Zhang Bao is about to recover pretty soon too, but all of her determination shatters after she hears King Baiki's voice coming from behind her. King Baiki asks her to bring the wielder of Excalibur to him, and he kicks Lancelot, who tries to intervene between them. King Baiki orders King Clarence to help them in obtaining the Excalibur because it's the order from their four-eyed lord. All of the kings combine their power to attack the human army. Lancelot knows they stand no chance against the 11 kings, so he destroys the rubble to buy some time for them to escape. The human army makes it quite far, but Zhang Bao is still unconscious. The cursed armors have almost caught up to the human army, and Lancelot stayed behind in Carrion City to hold back the 11 kings for as much time as he can. Princess Whale thinks that Lancelot is repeating the same thing he did back at the burning Carrion Castle. The princess is pissed and she starts holding back the cursed armors chasing after them. But suddenly, all the cursed armors chasing them die in one attack. Their key starts forming in a tortoise shape. Zhang Bao tells them that this tortoise means that his key cultivation has been completed. Zhang Bao thanks Princess Whale for the black tulips. It helped him a lot in regaining his strength. Zhang Bao knows that the current situation is dire, and the kings have caught up to them. He can also feel that Lancelot is barely holding them back. Zhang Bao teases Princess Whale for being a coward and leaving Lancelot behind to hold back the kings alone. Princess Whale tells him that they had no other option and sacrificing himself for the country is the biggest form of honor Lancelot ever wanted. Princess Whale starts crying and she tells Zhang Bao that she don't want Lancelot to die. The princess starts running toward Karen City by herself. The guards try to stop her, but Zhang Bao informs them to not worry because he will take care of everything from now on. King Bai Qi can feel the Excalibur key coming close to them. They are still in the middle of their fight against Lancelot and he tells them to focus on their duel. King Bai Qi slashes him as he informs Lancelot that he is just a mere guy brainwashed by knightly ideals. Zhang Bao stops King Bai Qi before he can finish off Lancelot. Lancelot is amazed by the skills of Zhang Bao. Zhang Bao tells Lancelot to be under his command and let him absorb his ki, but Lancelot is not impressed by it, and he tells him that he has not even shown if he is capable of wielding Excalibur. Zhang Bao informs him that he is quite useless and his sacrifice will be in vain. Zhang Bao was same as Lancelot before and he wanted to protect his clan at any cost, but now to him, living and moving forward with the living people is more important to him. King Bai Qi intervenes as he tells Zhang Bao to get ready for his second loss at his hands. Zhang Bao tells him that it's going to be different this time because he is overflowing with ki right now. He performs a powerful slash attack with a lot of ki he just gathered on both King Bai Qi and King Carian. Lancelot informs him that his attack just now didn't even left a single scratch on them, but they have no other choice, so Lancelot agrees to partially yield to him. King Bai Qi is still confident that he can win against both of them. On the other hand, both Zhang Bao and Lancelot have grown stronger, and the ki of Zhang Bao has increased by a lot. Lancelot is now relieved from the cursed energy holding him back, and he takes his helmet off to take a breather. King Clarence starts heading toward Princess Whale, and Zhang Bao tells Lancelot to save her. King Carian is about to approach her, but he gets stumbled after getting hit by a red strike. Lancelot informs the princess that he is here to help her, and he is sorry for his previous behavior. Lancelot further elaborates that he was later caught by King Clarence who wiped out all of his memories, but he is now back to normal after yielding to Zhang Bao. King Clarence forms a big flower bud to attack them both. The flower bud is about to devour them both in one go. On the other side, Zhang Bao is fending off against King Bai Qi. They are both fighting on almost equal terms. King Bai Qi acknowledges that Zhang Bao has gotten stronger, and Zhang Bao informs him that he is now on 9th level of ki cultivation. Zhang Bao realizes that Lancelot is not doing well against King Clarence. Zhang Bao lends some of his ki to Lancelot and he becomes stronger. Lancelot can feel the power he just got from Zhang Bao and he realizes he was wrongfully doubting the prowess of Zhang Bao till this point. Zhang Bao now has more powerful people on his side and he can definitely end this cursed armor calamity for real. Lancelot starts running toward Zhang Bao and he asks Lancelot why he is running instead of fighting King Clarence. Lancelot tells Zhang Bao that he previously just partially yielded to him and now he is ready to completely yield to Zhang Bao. Zhang Bao tells him that he can easily take care of King Clarence without borrowing Lancelot's power. They both perform a powerful attack on King Clarence and he gets defeated in an instant. The human army becomes shocked after witnessing both Zhang Bao and Lancelot defeating King Clarence by themselves. Lancelot now knows that Zhang Bao is their only true king from the legends. Lancelot gets down on his knees as he pledges his loyalty to him as his knight. Zhang Bao can feel a lot of power flowing through him because a powerful knight just joined him. Zhang Bao gets ready to make full use of this powerful ki. He can use this ki to break through the 9th or even higher level of ki cultivation. King Nantes, Calades, and Bai Qi start rushing at Zhang Bao with their full might. But they are no longer equal opponents for Zhang Bao and he gathers the power of heavens and the ki of the earth. He performs a powerful secret technique of the Kangxin sect called Exploding Fury Heavens on the 3 knights and they get obliterated in one single powerful attack. Princess Whale becomes amazed after witnessing this captivating view as the black tulips turn into white tulips. They are quite happy after winning the battle. They spot King Clarence who is still alive and his size has become smaller after most of his evil ki got dissipated. King Bai Qi also comes out of the rubble and he informs them that it is still not over yet. But at the same time, some mysterious forces start approaching them. When they come closer, they realize that it was Sir Carl who came back with human reinforcements. A female knight comes up and she tells them that they will introduce each other after they get rid of 11 kings. The new human army starts rushing towards King Baiki, and the female knight also tells them that they already got rid of one of King Max, and now these cursed kings are next. All of a sudden, King Ullens appears near the cursed kings, and he was missing all this time. King Ullens informs the other kings that the Four-Eyed Lord ordered them to retreat without fighting the human coalition army. King Ullens flies away with all of the other cursed kings. Sir Carl informs them that he is sorry because he was searching for the Black Tulips and he got separated from them. He met this new human army and they came to their rescue after hearing that they were fighting against the 11 kings. The female knight introduces her as Elena, and she is a nun knight from Cabin Kingdom. She further informs them that the army behind her is the combination of armies of different countries. Through the power of God, Archbishop sent a message to every corner of the Brit continent, and that message was heard by the monks in each kingdom. Zhang Bao knows of a similar key technique from his previous world. Princess Whale informs Elena that it can only be heard by monks, and they have not a single one in their army. Elena further informs them that the Archbishop has found the key to defeat the Four-Eyed Demon. But the problem is that the Archbishop is trapped within Kingfisher's castle, and all the humans who heard the message started heading toward the castle, fighting wave after wave of cursed armors along the way. After a lot of losses, they were finally able to defeat their leader King Max, who is one of the 11 cursed kings. Elena invites them to join the coalition army and head back to Kingfisher Castle with them. Zhang Bao agrees to join them because the bishop knows some powerful key techniques, and he also has the information on how they can defeat the Four-Eyed Demon. Before they can return back, Sir Carl prepares a grand feast for the whole human army. Lancelot asks why Zhang Bao is doing a weird pose, and Princess Whale informs him that King Zhang is doing meditation. Lancelot removes his helmet so he can meditate more easily, but he is surprised to see it empty from inside. Lancelot tries to put the helmet back, but he can feel his consciousness fading as well. Suddenly, Lancelot appears inside the inner realm of Excalibur. Zhang Bao informs him that it is his real form, and the woman with her is called Vivian. Zhang Bao gives Lancelot a brief introduction about the place they are in right now. Lancelot tells Zhang Bao that he is now his lord, and he will follow every single command until his death. Zhang Bao tells him to take off his clothes and do a headstand. Lancelot executes this command immediately. Vivian informs Zhang Bao that the knights under his direct command will obey every single one of his command. She further informs Zhang Bao that his key cultivation level has been upgraded to the 10th level. He also got a new technique called Air Surge, which will boost his power for a brief moment. As Vivian is teleporting Zhang Bao back, she informs him that he should not rely too much on his secret techniques, and he should learn more sword techniques from this world. As they get back to the real world, Lancelot pukes on Zhang Bao. Few days later, they finally manage to reach the coalition army camp. There are soldiers of over 20 countries gathered in the camp. There are also a lot of cursed armors remains, which they defeated. In the center of the cursed armors, the remains of King Max are still standing, and he has morphed into a weird shape. Up ahead is the Kingfisher Castle, and there is a light coming out of it, which is the final goal of the coalition army. Elena tells them that the front camp next to the castle entrance can only be entered by the kings and their close aides. Any sort of weapons are also banned in that camp. Zhang Bao gives the Excalibur to Lancelot and he orders him to stay outside and guard the Excalibur at any cost. Elena is happy to know that Carian Kingdom has found a new king, but Princess Whale informs her that Zhang Bao is the true king of the whole continent. Elena tells her not to act too hastily because there are many other stronger kings in this camp. Holy Knight Galahad, who is the sole heir to the Cabin Kingdom, is the most strongest among them all. The place right in front of them was originally the meeting place of Kingfisher Castle, but the kings of Coalition Army are now gathered inside there. Inside the meeting place, the kings of different nations are bickering over something. Elena informs Zhang Bao that according to the rumors, the one who will enter the Kingfisher Castle first and save the Archbishop will be crowned as the true king. King Lin appears and he tells others to stop their bickering because he is the first one who will enter the castle. King Lin tells Zhang Bao that he should head back and that it is not a place for regular soldiers. Elena informs them that this is the new king of Carian Kingdom and he is here to join them. King Lin tells them to piss off because it is not a place for a fallen kingdom. Zhang Bao tells King Lin that he looks like a chicken head and he should mind his manners. King Lin becomes angry and he rushes towards Zhang Bao. Zhang Bao grabs his hand and tells him to try harder. King Lin hands over a sword to Zhang Bao and tells him to get ready for a fight. King Lin rushes towards Zhang Bao with his underlings. Princess Whale is a bit confused because they were told no weapons were allowed and only close companions can enter inside, but King Lin brought in too many men. King Lin slashes Zhang Bao with his sword and he falls back without much resistance. His body is also feeling quite weird. It turns out Zhang Bao can't use his ki after breaking through the 10th stage, and his ki is sealed until he breaks through the next stage. King Lin tells Princess Whale to join him as one of his consorts. Princess Whale tells him that he is more disgusting than a cursed armor, and he can't even kill a squirrel. Zhang Bao can still control the ki around him to some extent, and he uses it to remove the hair of King Lin, making him bald. King Lin becomes angry after losing his hair and he plunges towards Zhang Bao, but he gets stopped by Elena. Soon a knightly figure starts approaching them. This knight is protected by 4 nun knights and he's called Holy Knight Galahad. Most of the kings agree that King Galahad is the most suitable for entering the Kingfisher Castle, but King Lin is not happy with this decision. King Galahad removes his helmet and asks King Lin to surrender to him. He gives off a powerful wave and the other kings get pushed back. All the other kings agree to let King Galahad enter and King Lin has no other choice but to agree with them. Princess Whale tries to cross the bridge, but another king stops her from entering. He informs her that if she continues to move forward, she will be struck by lightning, just like the people who tried to enter before her. The other kings think that the lightning might be a test set up by the Archbishop. King Galahad, the Holy Knight, is chosen to enter first, and he might be the one to clear this test. King Galahad and his female knights remove their armor as it can conduct electricity. All the other kings are thinking that the body of King Galahad is well built. King Galahad starts walking toward the bridge with his companions, but soon, a powerful bolt of lightning falls right in front of them. The bolt is about to hit King Galahad, but Zhang Bao realizes that he cannot bear the lightning bolt, so he starts running toward them. Zhang Bao stops the lightning bolt before it can struck them. After the lightning stops, Zhang Bao tells them that he just saw King Galahad's face on the bridge, and his expression was looking weird. King Lin is quite happy that now King Galahad failed. He's determined to use this opportunity to boost his position. He breaks that part of the bridge where King Galahad was standing along with his companions. Both King Bao and King Galahad fall down through the bridge because the ground they were standing on was weakened by the lightning. Their fall was cushioned by the soft soil below the pit, and they both are alive. Zhang Bao tells him that he is called the strongest king in the coalition army, but why was his expression so bad when they got struck by lightning? King Galahad turns around and he seems to be crying, like a little kid with his baby face. Zhang Bao asks King Galahad about why he is crying or if he is a scaredy cat in real life. He further says that it is quite strange because his previous performance was that of a leader. Galahad gets angry and he tells Zhang Bao that since he saw his face, he has no other choice left but to get rid of him. Galahad gives out a ki wave with all of his force, but Zhang Bao is unaffected by his attack and he is standing still in his position. Galahad asks him why he didn't get knocked out by his aura, and Zhang Bao corrects him by saying what he just released was not aura but ki and can only affect normal mortals with almost zero ki tolerance. Galahad still has one shot left, so he powers up his muscles using his holy powers. Zhang Bao has seen enough, so he crushes him by smacking him into the ground. He further informs Galahad that he is in the breakthrough period. That's why he cannot use his ki, but fighting a weakling like him is not going to be a problem for him. Galahad tells him to just kill him since he already saw his pitiful appearance, and now it's over for him, but Zhang Bao tells him that he don't want to kill him. Zhang Bao asks him if he knows how they can get back up, and Galahad replies by saying that the path in front of them is connected to the wastewater system, and they can head back through there. As they are moving ahead, Galahad informs him that they will soon reach a well leading to the surface, but his expression changes into confusion as they come closer to the end of the path. It turns out their way is blocked by a lot of cursed armors which are stacked upon each other. Zhang Bao starts moving the corpses of the cursed armors and he asks Galahad to give him a hand. While they are removing the corpses, Zhang Bao asks Galahad why he acts so fierce when he's just a timid scaredy cat in real life. Galahad informs him that his father conquered countless countries in his lifetime, and all of those countries became affiliated with them. After his father died, he became the sole successor, but compared to his father's strength, he was the complete opposite. He was born with a weak heart, and he had no talent with fighting at all. The countries his father conquered were just waiting for the chance to drag them down and claim the crown for themselves. If they knew he was a coward, then they would have rebelled. Even after he trained hard and became buffed, he was still too cowardly and weak. All he could use was the remaining loyalty of the people of Cabin Kingdom. To the outside world, people thought of him as a person with immense power, and he trained a fierce appearance daily to just scare them. All this time, he was using a fake persona to scare the affiliated countries, and he was successful in making them believe that he was as strong as his father. He endured through it all for the future of the Cabin Kingdom. But now that Zhang Bao knows his secret, he will be killed once the affiliated countries come to know about this truth. Zhang Bao tells him to not worry about it, as he will keep his secret to himself. After some time, Zhang Bao can see the entrance of the well, but the distance is still quite far. Zhang Bao can feel the ki of others, but the ki of Elena is diminishing very rapidly. It looks like she is knocked down by King Lin. Elena warns King Lin to back down, as he is just a subsidiary king under King Galahad, and King Lin tells her to shut up. King Lin screams out loud, and he tells everyone that Galahad could not withstand the lightning judgment test, and he died after falling into the pit, so they need to select someone else to enter the castle. He further says that he is the most suitable candidate, and they can fight him if they are dissatisfied with his judgment. Meanwhile, in the pit, Zhang Bao told everything that is happening on the surface to Galahad, and Galahad starts removing the corpses faster, as he needs to head back and tell them he is not dead yet. He further informs Zhang Bao that King Lin is a brutal dictator. If they let him take command, he will kill everyone in the Cabin Kingdom in order to maintain his power. Plus, he hates women, and no one knows what he will do with Elena and rest of the female knights. Zhang Bao tries to stop him, as the rest of the corpses are radiating a cursed energy. Galahad is worried about his female knight, so he punches Zhang Bao in confusion. Zhang Bao is a bit confused, as there is evil ki around him, but he has no armor on him. On further inspection, Zhang Bao finds out the source of this cursed energy, which is leaking out of the pants of Galahad. Without wasting any time, Zhang Bao strips off the source of the cursed energy from his pants, tearing them in the process. After getting the source of cursed energy stripped away from him along with his pants and armor, Galahad comes back to his senses, and Zhang Bao asks him why he had armor under his pants. There is some pinkish rust on the armor piece, and Zhang Bao informs him that this evil rust is formed after being exposed to evil ki. It makes people extremely violent. Galahad says that almost every single person in the coalition army is covered with this rust. The evil ki of rust is pointing toward a certain direction, and Galahad informs Zhang Bao that King Max's body is in that direction. Zhang Bao says that it seems like the coalition army didn't really kill King Max. He pretended to be dead. Then he secretly changed his power to evil ki and spread it throughout the sewer system, which in turn slowly infected the coalition army. Zhang Bao informs him that they need to kill King Max immediately, or if this continues, the infected coalition army might end up becoming a huge cursed army. Zhang Bao starts removing the evil ki on the corpses in front of them so they can move ahead. Out of nowhere, a lot of cursed armors pop up from behind them, and Zhang Bao says that King Max already knows about them and he's trying to stop them. Zhang Bao tells Galahad to stop the cursed armors, as he is already busy with the evil ki ahead, and Galahad is not sure if a weakling like him can stop them. Zhang Bao informs Galahad that his body is suppressing his ki because he has a weak heart, and his acupuncture points are blocked. Zhang Bao then quickly rushes over to Galahad, and he releases all of his acupuncture points. After that, Zhang Bao gets back to his work, and he instructs Galahad to face the cursed armors, as they are no match for him, but Galahad says that he don't know how to fight. Zhang Bao tells him that he don't need to fight them, and he just needs to concentrate the feelings of fierceness into his body and materialize it into his raw power. Galahad does as instructed, and he easily punches away all of the cursed armors in a single punch attack. Zhang Bao compliments Galahad for his amazing work, and he can feel the ki of Princess Whale right above the well. It turns out Princess Whale is trying to stop King Lin, and she tells him that being a king with threats and cruelty will never last him in the long run. King Lin tells her that none of the kings dared to fight him, and after the death of her knight and King Galahad, there is no one who can match up to his strength. King Lin kicks her while saying that a mere girl like her can never stop him. Princess Whale says that she will never yield to him, as she has already chosen Zhang Bao as her true king. King Lin says that trash Zhang Bao, who was with her, was just a weakling who died after falling down. Princess Whale further informs him that only King Bao can become the true king, as he was chosen by the legendary Excalibur. King Lin and his knights start laughing after hearing it, as they think Excalibur is just a fairy tale told to the knights to boost their morale. King Lin gets ready to finish off Princess Whale as she's being a nuisance to him. But before he can do anything, Zhang Bao and Galahad burst out of the ground. King Lin is confused as to how they popped out of the ground. Zhang Bao asks Princess Whale if he came too late, while Galahad is still amazed by his new unlocked strength. Princess Whale informs him that he is right on time. Elena and the other female knights come up to Galahad as they are worried about him. Elena asks him if he's alright and if Zhang Bao knows about his secret, but later to her shock, Galahad says that it does not matter now. Elena then heads over to King Lin and she tells him to stop as Galahad is alive and there's no need to find the next candidate for the bishop's test. Cursed energy starts emitting from King Lin and he says that it does not matter even if he is alive and they will settle it through a fight. Galahad informs female knights that there is no need to worry as he is no longer afraid of someone like King Lin. While he is talking to Elena, King Lin approaches him from behind, which startles him. Galahad punches the ground with both of his fists to check if he is still as strong as he was during his fight with the cursed armors. His own hand gets hurt and he's not sure why his strength is gone. Zhang Bao tells him to put his helmet on so others can't see his facial expressions. Elena and the other female knights gear up as well. Galahad asks Zhang Bao why he is out of energy and Zhang Bao tells him that he is afraid and wanted to run, that's why his ki was dispelled. Galahad signs to himself as he thinks he's still too weak. Zhang Bao compliments him by saying that Galahad knew he was weak, but he still chose to fight, which shows true bravery, and he protected the Cabin Kingdom all this time, which is quite admirable. King Lin screams out loud that those who want to stop him from becoming the true king can come forward to fight him. And Princess Whale asks other kings if they are going to let someone tyrannical like King Lin in the coalition army. Zhang Bao finally steps up and he tells King Lin to stop as he is already getting infected by the cursed ki, and they need to get rid of King Max first. King Lin is still being cocky, so Zhang Bao smacks his head to put him in his place. Princess Whale warns Zhang Bao to be careful as King Lin has grown stronger after they fell down from the bridge. Zhang Bao says that it must be the effect of the evil rust. That's why he's no longer afraid of King Galahad. King Lin had enough of their crap and he starts punching Zhang Bao. Zhang Bao is somehow blocking his attack, but he cannot use all of his ki because he's still going through the breakthrough period. Finally, King Lin smashes Zhang Bao into the ground. Even though Zhang Bao cannot absorb the ki of King Lin, he can still disperse his evil ki. But unfortunately, the dispersion stops as King Lin gets engulfed by a thick layer of evil rust. Zhang Bao warns everyone to look out as he can feel evil ki coming from the ground. All of a sudden, a lot of cursed armors pop out of the ground. The evil rust starts spreading faster and the kings infected by it lose control of their bodies. The body of King Max starts lifting up above the camp of the coalition army. At the same time, King Lin gets filled with evil energy and he starts thinking of this cursed energy as his new power, which will help him become the true king. The knights of King Lin become afraid after watching all of these bizarre events and they ask him for instructions. King Lin starts biting his own men to infect them with evil rust as well. Princess Whale asks Zhang Bao why King Lin is eating his own people, and Zhang Bao tells her that King Lin is being completely corroded by evil rust. As King Lin is demanding for more power, the body of King Max moves toward him. King Lin keeps on demanding more power and King Max bites him. King Max gets attached to King Lin's body and it starts making him more crazy while granting him power just like a parasite. Zhang Bao informs others that the evil ki of King Max is being materialized in King Lin's body. Other kings say that King Lin is a crazy bastard, and King Lin thinks of it as they are challenging him for the right of the king. King Lin starts absorbing the other knights as Princess Whale barely dodges his clutches. Sir Carl comes to her rescue and he informs them that they saw something strange happening to King Max's body, so they rushed over here. At the same time, Lancelot also came with Sir Carl and he starts heading toward King Lin. King Lin is becoming more menacing as he's losing his humanity with each passing second. Lancelot says that King Lin looks so dirty that he can't stand it, and Zhang Bao mocks him by asking if he's a cleanliness-loving kitty knight. King Lin attacks Lancelot but he dodges it by leaping back. Lancelot then leaps forward towards King Lin while slashing the rust surrounding him. Lancelot powers himself up to land a decisive blow on King Lin, but his attack gets blocked by a lot of evil ki formed around King Lin. King Lin then starts levitating in the air while a lot of tentacles form out of him. The tentacles then get attached to other kings and soldiers, corroding them in the process. The kings infected by the evil rust get a hold of Lancelot. King Max touches Lancelot and his armor also starts corroding. Lancelot quickly leaps back after freeing himself, and Zhang Bao informs him to be careful, as he can spread the evil rust to whoever he touches. Almost everyone around them is already being controlled by the evil rust, and if they are not defeated soon, they will turn into cursed armors. Lancelot presents the Excalibur to Zhang Bao, but he starts puking for some reason, and Princess Whale thinks maybe he is being infected by the evil rust. Zhang Bao informs her that it is not the case, as he's being overwhelmed by holding the Excalibur for so long. Zhang Bao gets a hold of Excalibur, but even with it, he can't muster up any ki in the breakthrough period, and it can last anywhere from 10 days to several months. Zhang Bao says that there is only one way to speed up the breakthrough process, by having a catastrophe. Princess Whale asks him about this catastrophe, and Zhang Bao informs her that it is an uncommon phenomenon and finding it mostly depends on luck. All of a sudden, Zhang Bao remembers something and he starts running toward the bridge. But before he can reach the bridge, King Lin gets a hold of him. King Lin says that killing a lowlife like him will only dirty his hands, so he throws him toward the bridge so he can die after getting shock. Zhang Bao is sent flying through the bridge, and Galahad is worried because Zhang Bao can be struck by lightning. As Zhang Bao is about to get hit by the lightning strike, he thanks King Lin for sending him to where the catastrophe is. The catastrophe that can overcome the breakthrough period comes from natural energy, and one of them is lightning. This lightning is one of the trials of the Archbishop as well. Zhang Bao gets hit by the lightning and it starts aiding him in his breakthrough. But after absorbing the lightning strike, he cannot feel any change. Zhang Bao is thinking that he needs a little more lightning, as he is still stuck at the end of the breakthrough stage. For some unknown reason, the second lightning bolt goes away from him. Princess Whale along with Elena starts retreating to the front camp, but their way gets blocked by King Lin. King Lin uses an iron spike force technique, and spikes made up of rust start emerging from the ground. Those spikes combine into a big spiked giant tree, and they rose up above the ground level with other kings and knights standing on it. The lightning strike moves toward the knights as they are all in the range of Archbishop's test. The lightning bolt strikes the ground, sending everyone flying away. Meanwhile, Zhang Bao is trying to climb the spiked giant tree. He could have easily climbed it using his ki, but right now he's having some trouble. Lancelot asks Princess Whale if the one they are facing is one of the 11 kings, and Princess Whale tells him that is not the case, because Zhang Bao previously told her that King Max used this power to materialize himself in King Lin's body. Lancelot rushes toward King Lin to get rid of him, but he comes to a stop after realizing that the people under King Lin's control have rust on them, and they explode once they become completely infected by the rust. On the other side, King Max tells them that he lost the first battle because they had a larger number of troops, but now that large number will be the downfall of the coalition army. King Max is getting more stronger as more people are exploding after getting infected with the evil rust. The knights and kings near King Galahad are about to explode, but his female knights come forward to protect him. All female knights are barely holding on against the impact of the explosions, but they all tell Galahad that they are glad they could be of help to a kind king like him. They wish him a happy life as they get hit by a big rust explosion. Zhang Bao finally reaches the top of the spiked giant tree in time, and Princess Whale asks him if he's alright after getting hit by the lightning strike. Zhang Bao tells her to not worry, as he needs to get hit by the lightning strike for the second time for his breakthrough. Zhang Bao runs toward the Lancelot and he asks him to throw him toward the lightning strike. Lancelot throws him toward the lightning bolt with all of his force. But unfortunately, the lightning bolt changes its direction after coming near Zhang Bao. Instead of Zhang Bao, it hits Lancelot, who is standing still in his position. Lancelot is fine after getting hit by the lightning strike, but Zhang Bao is still angry as he needs to be struck by lightning for his breakthrough. Zhang Bao observes the lightning key and he finds out the location where it is being generated. Since the lightning strikes are avoiding him, he starts running toward their location while some rust spikes try to stop him. Princess Whale and Sir Carl stop the rust spikes and they tell Zhang Bao to go ahead. On his way, he stops near Galahad, who is crying because he's of no help to others in this situation, and Elena, along with other female knights, are in critical situation because of him. Galahad asks him if there is a way for him to help others as he's feeling useless. Zhang Bao smacks his face and he tells him to man up and stop blabbering. Zhang Bao starts moving toward the lightning source as he needs to touch it again, and he tells Galahad to not fear anything and focus on his task.
The rust spikes are moving toward Galahad while he is trying to make his resolve. King Lean emerges out of the spikes and he asks Galahad what he's going to do as everyone closer to him is on the brink of extinction. Galahad gives out a power wave to scare King Lean just like he tried to do in the underground tunnel. But after some time, King Lean is still standing and it had no effect on him. King Lean smacks him down on the ground for being a coward. King Lean keeps on pressing him on the ground and Galahad starts crying from the pain. King Lean then throws rust spikes toward Zhang Bao to stop him. The impact was quite huge and Zhang Bao is sent flying off the giant spike tree. King Lean averts his attention toward Galahad and he tells him that he is trash who hid behind women till now. The armor of Galahad is the most conductive to electricity, so King Lean gets on side so that the lightning bolt can hit him. Galahad knows that he is quite weak, but then he remembers the words of Zhang Bao and he gets up. Galahad jumps away from King Lean using all of his force. King Lean thinks he's a fool, but in reality, he jumped toward Zhang Bao who had previously fallen off the spiked giant tree so that he can lead the lightning bolt toward him. Zhang Bao, who was at the bottom of the spiked tree, compliments Galahad for his brave act just now. Finally, the lightning strike hits both of them. Princess Whale is worried about them while King Lean is thinking of them as fools. King Lean then averts his attention toward Princess Whale and he tells her to get ready. Zhang Bao has finally broken through his bottleneck and he uses Kangshin's secret technique called wind speed to appear right behind King Lean in an instant along with Galahad. Zhang Bao tells Galahad the Holy Knight that he adjusted his ki and he is going to be alright. He compliments Galahad that his courage, even for an instant, was the key to today's victory. King Lean warned him to not get cocky as he can beat him again just like he did before. King Lean uses 1000 spike rust sword technique. King Lean tells him that he will die right here after getting in contact with his rust. The so-called true king and hope are just like the rust eating away at your heart, leaving you with dread in the end. Zhang Bao gets engulfed by a lot of ki as he completes his 10th stage of cultivation and he reaches the first god transformation stage. King Lean tells him that people who believe in that bullcrap only die harsher deaths in the end. Both Zhang Bao and King Lean swing their swords toward each other. King Lean got knocked down to the ground in just one hit and others still cannot believe it. King Lean is not full defeated yet and he gets up. King Lean borrows some strength from King Max and he uses Iron Claws technique on Zhang Bao. Zhang Bao uses Kangshin's Sect swirling wave technique to break the momentum of his Iron Claws technique. Zhang Bao then uses another combo technique called Spiraling Flame. King Lean and King Max get hit pretty hard with those techniques and Zhang Bao can now use two techniques at the same time after ascending to the God transformation stage. The last attack of Zhang Bao loosened the grip of King Max over the kings and they come back to their senses. They all become amazed after witnessing the power of Zhang Bao firsthand, and Princess Whale informs them that Zhang Bao is the person who will become their true king. King Max tells Zhang Bao to not get too cocky as he requests for assistance from King Eustace. They hear a sound transmission which agrees to help King Max and he gets struck by a lot of lightning bolts. Galahad can't believe how King Max just absorbed the lightning bolts from Archbishop's trial, and Princess Whale informs them that the King Eustace, which was just mentioned by King Max, was known as the Lightning King. Zhang Bao says there is no need to worry about anything as he can handle more than one of the kings at the same time now, and he uses Kangshin's Sect's secret lightning splitter technique. Zhang Bao manages to stop the lightning bolts from hitting him, but King Max says it's pointless as he starts showering other kings around them with the lightning bolts. The kings can't run anymore as most of their energy was already absorbed by the evil rust and they ask Holy Knight Galahad for his help. Galahad has to maintain his facade so he buckles up, but when a lightning bolt is thrown in his direction he barely manages to dodge it. Princess Whale asks Galahad if he's alright and Lancelot mocks him for being a coward while having such a well-built body. Galahad remembers in his childhood all children of his age used to bully him because he never played any kind of games involving a fight and they mocked him for being a coward. Zhang Bao quickly moves up behind Galahad and tells him to not falter, because if he falters now, all of his efforts will be in vain, and he advises him to clench his fists as Zhang Bao will help him. Galahad clenches his fists as he pointed toward King Max, while Zhang Bao cancels out the lightning bolts of King Max. Galahad cannot understand the current situation as Zhang Bao can easily get rid of both King Lean and Max, but Zhang Bao tells him to shut up and keep clenching his fists. Galahad remembers now he has been shunned by everyone in the past for relying on others to protect him. Even right now, the situation has not changed that much as he is currently relying on Zhang Bao. Galahad buckles up after clenching his fists, and he punches King Max several times, leaving a big impact on him. But he is still thinking that the punches just now were landed by Zhang Bao. But when he looks back, Zhang Bao is not there, as he was protecting his female knights, and that attack was solely performed by Galahad himself. This gives Galahad more confidence in himself, as Zhang Bao leaves everything up to him. King Max is out of commission for a bit, as some damage has been done to his outer shell. Zhang Bao explains that the outer shell of King Max consists of both lightning and earth attributes, while Zhang Bao has fire and lightning attributes, which are not much effective against him. But the key of Galahad is made up of gold attribute, which can suppress both lightning and earth attributes. This gold attribute is quite rare, and it's his innate power. Ever since his childhood, he could not use his maximum potential because he had a weak heart. But now Zhang Bao helped him overcome that bottleneck. Zhang Bao tells him to fight against the King Max as he comes back to his senses. King Max says that a weakling like him cannot hurt him, and he previously just managed to put a scratch on his outer layer. Elena comes up to him to give him backup, but Galahad tells her to back off because this time, he wants to believe the words of Zhang Bao and protect others with his own power. Galahad powers up as King Max heads towards him with his iron spikes. Galahad performs a powerful attack filled with golden ki to smack King Max head on, and it leaves quite a big impact on him. Everyone who saw it is quite amazed by the overwhelming power of King Galahad. But King Max is not completely dead yet, and he tries to run away using all of his remaining strength. But his escape fails as Lancelot easily cuts him into two, as his outer armor was already weakened by the recent attack of Galahad. The huge body of King Max falls down on the ground as every single surviving king witnesses his demise. Princess Whale notices that the lightning is fading away, so she thinks maybe King Eustace died as well. But Zhang Bao tells her that they just faced a chunk of his power, and his real body is somewhere else. Since King Max and the Archbishop trial are gone, they are all free to enter the Kingfisher Castle. But Galahad got a mixed review from the other kings, as some think of him as still worthy of being the true king, while some saw his cowardly expressions during the fight, and they think he just got lucky during the last fight. But Zhang Bao comes to his rescue, and he says that they won this battle because of Holy Knight Galahad, who just pretended to be frightened to lower the enemy's guard. He even goes on to say that rumors don't do him justice, as he's really worthy of the title of the true leader of the coalition army. A king asks Galahad if this is all true. King Bao tells him to not worry as he got his back. But Galahad made his mind that he is not going to keep hiding anymore, and he tells everyone to listen up. He informs all of them that he is actually a useless coward. Everything they heard about him before was scripted by his father, and he never stepped foot on a battlefield. Whenever he was met with trouble, Elena and the rest took care of it. He says sorry to them, as he was always lying to them in order to secure his place on the throne. One of the old Geezer knights says that he fooled them all this time. But Galahad asks for their forgiveness, and he assures them that he will work hard to become stronger. He screams out loud that his dream from now on is to become someone they can all look up to as their king, and he asks them to go ahead and speak out their opinions. Some kings say that he has been lying to them, so they are not going to hold back on their opinions. But later, to his surprise, all kings applaud him for revealing the truth, and the power he just showed them was much stronger than all of them. Galahad compliments everyone for their kind compliments, and his female knights are glad that he finally manned up. Galahad moves up to Zhang Bao, and he says that his strength and intelligence is worthy of leading the coalition army. He gets on his knees along with his knights as he tells them that he is willing to pledge his loyalty to him. The other knights and knights have also witnessed his prowess firsthand, so they also have good reviews about him. The whole coalition army gets on their knees, and they tell Zhang Bao that they are willing to pledge their loyalty to him as well. Zhang Bao accepts their loyalty pledge as he is used to be the boss of mortals, but there's an old geezer king who is still not satisfied with Zhang Bao being their supreme leader, but no one pays any attention to him. Zhang Bao ignores the old king, and he tells everyone to take a short break, and then they will enter the Kingfisher Castle to save the Archbishop. He warns them to prepare well during the break, as the key of fallen King Max was absorbed into the Kingfisher Castle, and there is surely going to be a stronger opponent lying in wait inside the castle.